Namaskar, good morning. You are watching Rajya Sabha television. I'm Smriti Rastogi with Breakfast News. Let's begin the bulletin with the headlines. US President Donald Trump proposes a Middle East plan with Jerusalem as undivided capital of Israel and an independent state of Palestine. Israel calls it historic. Centre asks for evacuation of Indians from China as coronavirus death toll reaches 132. Air India plane on standby in Mumbai, round-the-clock helpline number set up to answer queries about the virus. Ministries and departments told to fill up over 6 lakh vacant posts in time-bound manner. Action taken report sought by 5th of February. Supreme Court to hear rejection of convict Mukteshkumar's mercy petition by President in Nirbhaya case today. 4 convicts to be executed on 1st of February at 6 a.m. Beating retreat ceremony to mark conclusion of Republic Day celebrations to be held today. Bands of Indian Army, Navy and Air Force to perform at Raisina Hills. Our top focus this morning, US President Donald Trump on Tuesday proposed a Middle East plan that he claimed was a realistic two-state solution. The plan promises to keep Jerusalem as Israel's undivided capital. He proposed an independent Palestinian state and the recognition of Israeli sovereignty over West Bank settlements. Standing alongside Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu at the White House, Trump said his proposals could be the last opportunity for Palestinians. He further characterized his proposal as a win-win for both Israelis and Palestinians and a bold step forward for the region. However, Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas dismissed the plans as a conspiracy.
A realistic two-state solution that resolves the risk of Palestinian statehood to Israel's security. This is the first time Israel has authorized the release of a conceptual map illustrating the territorial compromises it's willing to make for the cause of peace, and they've gone a long way. This is an unprecedented and highly significant development. Under this vision, Jerusalem will remain Israel's undivided, very important, undivided capital. This map will more than double the Palestinian territory and provide a Palestinian capital in eastern Jerusalem where America will proudly open an embassy. No Palestinians or Israelis will be uprooted from their homes.
Your peace plan strikes the right balance where other plans have failed. I've agreed to negotiate peace with the Palestinians on the basis of your peace plan. And because I believe your peace plan strikes the right balance where other plans have failed, I hope that the Palestinians embrace this and build with Israel a future of prosperity and peace. I also hope that our other Arab neighbors embrace your vision and forge a path of reconciliation with Israel that can create for all of us a brilliant future.
And for more inputs, we'll go across to our correspondent Akhilesh Suman, who's joining us over the phone line. Akhilesh, a very good morning. How realistic is the Middle East plan, which has been proposed by the US President Donald Trump, and what is the road ahead on this?
Smriti, you can see that it is a road ahead because situation was stagnant for a long time and nobody was daring to come out and open that what can be a formula. So in this way, you can say that yes, Donald Trump has come with a formula where two basic things are very important. One thing that yes, it is a recognition of Palestinian and Israelis are as two sovereign states, two sovereign countries. So that is very important. And another thing, he is recognizing that there should be contiguous territory, means continuous territory for Palestinian and Israelis. and to enter from one Palestinian settlement to another Palestinian settlement, from one Israeli settlement to another Israeli settlement, you don't have to cross the borders. So it is a very good in that way that two things are very important. Third thing is also that, he recognized that, yes, Jerusalem will be the capital of Palestine, and America will also recognize it and will be opening its, capital and, embassy. But other than that, there are many things that, Palestinians are not agreeing, and that is major thing that about the settlement, the West Bank settlement. International organizations, even UN does not accept it as a, legal settlement, but Mr. Trump has said it legal. So in that way, I think this is a maximum bargaining chip that has been told in this draft. But you can understand that this draft can be a basic draft on which further negotiations can go on between Israelis and Palestinians. So one should say that it is one step ahead, but you cannot say that it is final, because America cannot make everything final. Even Palestinians and Israelis are not agreeing. So I think this should be a base to move ahead, not the final, as I can see reactions from many parts of the world that, yes, they are rejecting it. So one is accepting. Israelis are accepting, that is the maximalist position they have got. Palestinians on their side are rejecting, so this is the minimalist, and they are taking the maximalist position. So I think there's trying to be found a midway in between, and I think a midway should start from now onwards. It cannot be the end. It is the beginning of the process of peace in the Middle East, Smriti.
Right. Thank you so much, Akhilesh, for joining us and giving us all those details. So they're a very important development. US President Donald Trump has proposed a Middle East plan, which he claims is a realistic and a two-state solution. Now it remains to be seen what will be the road ahead on this plan, which has been proposed by the US President. Moving on, the deadly coronavirus continues to wreak havoc in China, with 25 new fatalities reported from central Hubei province. It has taken the death toll to 132 and the confirmed infection cases to nearly 6,000. Chinese health experts warned that the epidemic may reach its climax in next 10 days, resulting in large-scale casualties. The Chinese health authorities announced on Wednesday that 5,974 confirmed cases of pneumonia caused by the novel coronavirus had been reported in 31 provincial-level regions by the end of Tuesday. Chinese President Xi Jinping on Tuesday called the coronavirus a demon, which should be brought under control. China has ramped up efforts to contain the virus. The country has extended the New Year festival holidays till 2nd of February to prevent the reverse migration of millions of migrants working to return to their work from holidays. The Health Organization has called on the international community to remain calm and not overreact. The WHO chief has also assured Beijing all necessary help to contain the virus outbreak. Nations across the globe are pushing for evacuation of their citizens from China's virus-hit Hubei province. India, US and several other countries are finalizing plans to evacuate their citizens from Hubei province, the epicenter of the virus outbreak. However, the WHO has categorically said that it does not recommend the evacuation of foreign nationals. And India is preparing to evacuate citizens from China's Hubei province following the coronavirus outbreak. According to the Health Ministry, the MEA has made a formal request to China for facilitating evacuation of Indians from Wuhan, and the Indian embassy in Beijing is in contact with the Indian nationals there. The government has also set up a 24/7 helpline number to attend the queries about the novel coronavirus. Health Minister Vardhan has urged people not to panic over coronavirus and has confirmed that no case is detected in India so far.
हमारे राजदूतावास जो हैं चीन के सरकार के साथ उनका संपर्क है, तो हम लोग अभी प्रयास कर रहे हैं कि इवैक्यूएशन का जो है प्लेन भेज के हमारे स्टूडेंट, ज़्यादातर स्टूडेंट है उस शहर में, वुहान शहर में, तो उनको वापस कैसे लाया जाए, तो ये प्रयास जारी है। इसमें कुछ दिन लगेंगे, पर आप पूरा भरोसा करिए कि भारत सरकार इस पे लगी है और ज़रूर कुछ दिनों में कुछ आप लोगों को सूचना मिलेगी। जो बच्चे जो हैं वो अभी तक सब बिल्कुल ठीक है। अभी तक हमें ऐसी कोई खबर नहीं आई कि कोई बच्चा वो कोरोना वायरस से बीमार है। रोज़ हमारे एम्बेसी जो है उनके साथ फ़ोन पे भी कांटेक्ट रखते हैं, इंटरनेट पे भी कांटेक्ट रखते हैं।
देश में NIV पुणे के बाद 4 और स्थानों पर वायरस के टेस्टिंग के लिए फैसिलिटीज़ क्रिएट कर दी गई हैं 4 लैब्स में, और आने वाले कुछ ही दिनों में ये 10 स्थानों पर वायरस को टेस्ट करने की फैसिलिटीज़ होंगी। सभी ऐसे संबंधित शहरों में हॉस्पिटल्स में आइसोलेशन के लिए अच्छे क्वालिटी के ज़रूरत पड़ने पर ट्रीटमेंट के लिए, उनको सर्वेलेंस में रखने के लिए स्पेशल बेड्स क्रिएट कर दिए गए हैं।
And India has diverted its naval ship INS Airawat for providing relief material to cyclone-hit Madagascar as it stood in solidarity with the island nation. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh said that the Indian Navy has already launched Operation Vanilla to help the cyclone-hit nation and has diverted its naval ship to provide relief material to the affected people. MEA said Madagascar has been hit by a cyclone and there has been heavy flooding and landslides since last week, causing loss of lives and displacement of a number of people. According to the reports, more than 92,000 people have been affected. In a tweet on January 25th, the president of Madagascar had requested international mobilization for national disaster that has struck the country. INS Airawat is carrying 5 pallets each of victualling, clothing and naval stores, along with 3 pallets of medicines, among other essential items. And now all the news from the upcoming Delhi Assembly elections. BJP leader Amit Shah will hold multiple public rallies for upcoming Delhi Assembly elections in Delhi today. Amit Shah will address public meetings in Delhi's Nazafgarh and Bijwasan. He will also hold a roadshow in Palam. Shah will also hold election campaign in BK Dutt Colony and Jorbagh Lane. BJP President JP Nadda is also scheduled to hold 3 rallies for Delhi Assembly polls today. Voting will be held on 8th of February and the results will be announced on 11th of February. And electioneering has gained momentum in the national capital as the polling day nears. Union Minister Prakash Javadekar has blamed Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal for protest at Shaheen Bagh. He also said on Tuesday that if Kejriwal had given his approval to probe the JNU matter last year, the ongoing protest at Shaheen Bagh could have been prevented.
राजनीतिक स्वार्थ के लिए और राजनीतिक स्वार्थ के लिए असामाजिक तत्वों को मंच देंगे और आम आदमी पार्टी और कांग्रेस के ही लोग हिंसा में लिप्त थे। 20 दिसंबर को 21 दिसंबर को जो हुआ, उनके विधायक और कॉर्पोरेटर दोनों FIR है उनके ऊपर। बहुत सारी खबरें हैं। PFI के कार्यालय नए कैसे खुले, 130 अकाउंट में कितने कहां पैसे गए, तुरंत वो पैसे कैसे निकाल दिए गए, और 130 करोड़ कोई छोटी रकम नहीं होती।
Senior BJP leader and Defence Minister Rajnath Singh held an election rally in Kontli Assembly seat. Targeting the Kejriwal-led Aam Aadmi Party government in Delhi, Rajnath Singh said that he has failed to fulfill his promises made to the people in last elections.
वादे बहुत सारे किए। मैं आपसे पूछना चाहता हूं कि जितने भी वादे केजरीवाल ने किए हैं, सारे वादों को पूरा किया है कि नहीं किया? मैं आपसे पूछना चाहता हूं। मुफ्त में फ्री वाईफाई का वादा किया था, तो फ्री वाईफाई का वादा उन्होंने पूरा किया है कि नहीं किया है?
And stepping up the campaign in the national capital, Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal also held a roadshow in Karawal Nagar. He said that Delhi government worked tirelessly for the welfare of people in the past 5 years. He also promised to continue the developmental works if voted back to power.
महिलाओं की सुरक्षा के लिए हमने प्लान करा है। एक तो सीसीटीवी कैमरे लगवा रहे हैं पूरी दिल्ली में, दूसरा स्ट्रीट लाइट्स लगवा रहे हैं जहां जहां अंधेरे हैं, बसों में मार्शल्स की नियुक्ति करा दी। अब दिल्ली की हर कॉलोनी, हर गांव, हर मोहल्ले में मार्शल की नियुक्ति करेंगे आपको अपराध से मुक्ति दिलाने के लिए, महिलाओं की सुरक्षा के लिए। तो अगले 5 साल में और भी बहुत सारे काम करने हैं।
And Patparganj is a key assembly constituency in East Delhi with over 2,14,000 voters. Aam Aadmi Party is banking on heavyweight Manish Sisodia to win the seat once again, while both the BJP and the Congress have fielded newcomers to take on Delhi's Deputy Chief Minister. So how does the poll battle looks like here, and what are the key issues dominating the poll scene this time in the East Delhi constituency? Let's find out in this report.
From industrial complexes to housing societies and slums, the Patparganj Vidhan Sabha constituency has a mix of voters from all sections. And trying to recreate its success in this East Delhi Assembly seat, the Aam Aadmi Party is banking on the reputation of its Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia, who is contesting the seat for the third time.
वो सारी गारंटियां इस विधानसभा के लिए भी हैं और इस विधानसभा को एक मॉडल विधानसभा बना के यहाँ साफ सफाई से लेके, यहाँ के एरिया के डेवलपमेंट से लेके, यहाँ महिला सुरक्षा से लेके, यहाँ की स्ट्रीट लाइट से लेके, हर चीज़ जो दिल्ली में होगी, दिल्ली से थोड़ी सी ज़्यादा यहाँ टॉप क्लास होगी.
Hoping to make a mark among the formidable population of voters from Uttarakhand and the Purvanchali community, the BJP has fielded first-timer Ravindra Negi, who hails from Uttarakhand.
जो आज सबसे मेन समस्या इस क्षेत्र की है गंदे पानी की। हम गंदे पानी से निजात दिलाएंगे। सीवर ब्लॉक है जहाँ था, आप यहाँ गांव पड़ते हैं 4-5 गाँवों में चले जाओगे तो आप जगह जगह वहाँ सीवर ब्लॉक मिलेंगे, लोग गटर का पानी पीते हैं। मेरी प्राथमिकता रहेगी पहले जीतते ही मैं साफ पानी मुहैया कराऊंगा लोगों को।
The Congress, battling an existential crisis in the national capital, is betting on Lakshman Singh Rawat, who is promising to bring back the Sheila Dikshit era of development.
जो दिल्ली हमने बनाई थी और जिस दिल्ली पे हमें गर्व था, सभी दिल्ली के निवासी बहुत गर्वान्वित महसूस करते थे और बाहर से जब लोग दिल्ली में आए तो देख के बड़ा आश्चर्यचकित थे 15 साल में दिल्ली का विकास को जो ठप हो गया है उसको दोबारा स्थापित करेंगे, क्योंकि आम आदमी की सरकार बहुत खास हो गई है। अब वो बड़े बड़े घरों में रहते हैं, बड़ी बड़ी गाड़ियों में जाते हैं और हाथ हिलाते हुए निकल जाते हैं क्षेत्र से।
In 1993, the BJP won the Patparganj seat that became a Congress stronghold from 1998 to the 2008 elections. In 2013, Manish Sisodia won the seat for the first time for the Aam Aadmi Party. The constituency has over 2 lakh voters who claim no government has worked on issues like safety, parking, encroachment and cleanliness for several years now. With inputs from Bharat Singh Divakar, Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
And the Supreme Court will today pronounce its verdict on a petition filed by Nirbhaya rape and murder convict Mukteshkumar Singh, challenging the rejection of his mercy petition by President Ram Nath Kovind. A 3-judge bench headed by Justice R. Bhanumati on Tuesday reserved a verdict on convict Mukteshkumar Singh's plea and said that it will pronounce the verdict on Wednesday at 10:30 a.m. The Nirbhaya rape and murder case convicts Mukteshkumar Singh, Pawan Kumar Gupta, Vinay Kumar Sharma and Akshay Kumar Singh are scheduled to be hanged on 1st of February. Mukesh Singh had earlier moved the mercy petition before the president after the Supreme Court had dismissed his curative petition against his conviction and death sentence. President Ram Nath Kovind had, however, rejected the death row convict's mercy plea. Meanwhile, another convict in the case to be hanged on Saturday has challenged his execution using the last legal resort in the Supreme Court, known as the curative petition. Akshay Singh is the 3rd convict to challenge his hanging using curative petition. Senior diplomat Vardhan Shringla has taken charge as the new Foreign Secretary today, succeeding Vijay Gokhale. In the course of a diplomatic career spanning 35 years, Shringla has held a variety of positions in New Delhi and abroad. He has served as High Commissioner of India to Bangladesh and Ambassador of India to Thailand. He has also served in France, Vietnam, Israel and South Africa.
I'm as committed to the ministry's role in nation building as I was 36 years ago, almost 36 years ago, when I entered these very portals as a young probationer. I look forward to functioning under the guidance of the Honorable Prime Minister, the External Affairs Minister, our political leadership, and with the support and cooperation of my colleagues, both in the ministry and outside.
And the government on Tuesday also appointed another senior diplomat, Taranjeet Singh Sandhu, as the next ambassador to the United States. A 1988 batch IFS officer, Sandhu currently is High Commissioner to Sri Lanka. And some more news, at least 21 people, including 9 women, were killed when a speeding state transport bus collided with an auto rickshaw, causing both the vehicles to fall into a roadside well in Maharashtra's Nasik district on Tuesday. More than 18 people also suffered injuries in the accident, which took place at around 4 p.m. on the Malegaon-Deola road in Nasik. The state government has announced 10 lakh rupees compensation each to the kin of the deceased. Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray has directed the administration to provide all possible help to the people injured in the accident. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has expressed sorrow over the unfortunate accident. Vice President has urged the youth to strive to build a new India free of poverty and hunger. Addressing the Kalam Convention 2020 organized by the Kalam Institute of Youth Excellence in Hyderabad on Tuesday, Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu asked youth not to support those encouraging violence and to protect India's rich cultural heritage.
He is a shining example that human beings can shape their lives through the will, persistence, ability and sheer courage. His character, commitment and inspirational vision inspires the youth of the country. He firmly believed in the potential of Indian youth and wanted them to be leaders in the country's transformation.
The centre has asked all departments under it to fill the existing vacancies in a time-bound manner. The order comes after Cabinet Committee on Investment and Growth, headed by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, in its meeting held on December 23, 2019, gave directions to take time-bound action to fill the existing vacancies in various ministries and departments. According to our latest government data, over 6.83 lakh posts were lying vacant in different central government departments. The Personnel Ministry has also sought a report on the action being taken to fill up the existing vacancies on monthly basis. The first such report should reach the ministry by 5th of February. And the beating retreat ceremony will be held today, marking the culmination of the 4-day-long Republic Day celebrations. As many as 24 performances on Vijay Chowk will enthrall the spectators with captivating and foot-tapping music of the bands from Army, Navy, Air Force and Central Armed Police Force. This year, 15 military bands, 16 pipe and drum bands from regimental centres and battalions are participating in the ceremony. The principal conductor of the ceremony will be a flying officer, Rupa Chandra. The beating retreat ceremony is organized every year on January 29th at Raisena Hills and includes performances by the bands of the Indian Army, the Indian Navy and the Indian Air Force. Traffic restrictions and diversions will be in place today for the beating retreat ceremony at Vijay Chowk and illumination of Rashtrapati Bhavan. According to an advisory issued by the Delhi Police, Vijay Chowk will be closed for traffic from 2 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. Entry and exit gates at Delhi Metro's Udyog Bhavan and Central Secretariat stations will remain closed from 2 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. And now let's talk about the environment and climate change. Appearance of locusts in winter months is a new phenomenon and is likely linked to the climate change. Swarms of desert locusts have been observed in some districts of Rajasthan and Gujarat since December last year. Locusts have also been observed swarming in from Pakistan and Afghanistan towards Punjab. Current spotting or detection of locust hoppers in small numbers or groups do not carry serious threat, but farmers need to guard against fresh incursions from across the border in view of the expected post-winter temperature rise. The farmers have been advised to be vigilant for the desert locust in their areas and don't need to panic or opt for spraying of pesticides. And sports news now. In cricket, India beat Australia by 74 runs and enter semi-finals of the ICC Under-19 World Cup on Tuesday. Chasing a victory target of 234 runs, Australia were all out for 159 in 43.3 overs. Earlier put into bat, India made 233 for the loss of 9 wickets in the stipulated 50 overs. Yashasvi Jaiswal top scored 62. A.V. Ankolekar remained not out on 55. That's all we have for you in this edition. Thank you for watching. Namaskar.